Welcome back to Started From the Bottom. I am your host, Susan Peterson. I'm so excited. Today I have Sly Buttes.
What?
Ashley Sylvester in studio. Ashley's love for beauty began at a very young age, and she always knew that she wanted to work in the industry. After completing hair school right after graduating from high school, she began working and built a successful hair career. She then explored hair and makeup, artistry for bridal events, and corporate marketing. Today, Ashley is a CEO and founder of Sly Beauty Cosmetics, where the focus on cosmetic organization and travel. Ashley and her husband, Zach, are new parents, their baby girl, Nettie, and they are loving this new phase of life together and cannot wait to see what the future brings. Nettie.
Nettie girl.
That's the cutest name ever.
She is literally like the light of our life. I mean, every parent says that, but I feel like I'm experiencing this thing that no one else, like it feels like the first time, because it is. And it's just, it's better than I could have ever imagined.
It's wild how the world opens up in a different way when you become a mom.
That's how I feel. Like, I feel like I'm seeing something for the first time that I can't believe other people were experiencing. And I didn't know how good.
Wait, this isn't on my questions, and we can totally take it out if you want.
Yes.
But your mom passed away.
Yes.
What, 7 years ago?
No, 4. So April 30th, 2019. So it's been 4 years, which time is a weird thing because when I say 4 years, that sounds like an eternity, but then it does and does not feel that long.
Yeah.
And yes, we named our little Nettie girl after my mom. My mom's name is Annette. And so her name is Annette. And my husband had a really dear relationship with my mom. Like me and my husband met when we were young, 14. And so he was kind of like my mom's 5th child. And he would call my mom Mama Nettie. So we just felt that it was like such a tribute to her to name our girl after my sweet mom. She was just...
Does he call the baby Mama Nettie?
He should. Little Mamacita. She probably will be. Don't worry. Like it's gonna come. It's gonna come right there. But she's yummy. Like the babies are yummy.
Do you feel like, because I remember so much of my mom made sense when I became a mom.
Oh yeah.
Like I felt like
I think
get
for
it
me,
now.
like I have this insane appreciation for all that my mom was and is now, because I see, so like you just are like, wow, like she did more for me than I can even fathom, and now I'm seeing those details play out in my life, and I'm just like, the gratitude is like, I can't even explain it. It's just it's another level of appreciation for my parents and just all they did. I mean, they had 4 kids. 4, let me say it, 4.
I know. It's so
like having
many.
one kid. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, the moms of the world that have all these babies. I'm like, I mean, if you have one kid, like, congratulations. Like, I feel like I'm a super mom.
No, you're amazing.
Oh
if
my
you can
gosh.
care and feed one person.
You are winning.
4. My mom had 6.
Oh my, see?
And she had 5 in 7 years.
Like super, like I swear, like superhero strength. Like there's this like next level, like I feel like, where is our? I need a badge.
Yeah,
I need like a sheriff badge.
Yeah,
and I need everyone to know on the street.
Yeah, like you could ride around with it in like the front of your dash.
Like this is like a rite of passage. Like I want free parking. Like, you know, like
she's lactated.
She's a mother. Like I really feel that way. I'm like.
It's very empowering.
Yeah. And it's a cool shift for me. Like, I'm like, I was a hard kid. I was a hard teenager. I'm really sorry. Like now that I'm a mom, you're like, I'm so sorry, Mom, that I put you through all that, because you just see it differently.
Yeah.
It's a new shift of mindset for me. And I just really, so much love and gratitude.
Oh, I love that. Okay, how'd you get started, Sly Buttes?
Do you want the long story or
the
short story?
We always want the long story here.
Okay. I got started in the beauty industry because I was the 2nd grader wearing a full face of Mary Kay makeup. That's how I got started.
Please tell me you sold it in 2nd grade.
I should have. I could have, because I was like, I mean, if I could even explain, I mean, I could take a whole hour explaining to you the kind of child I was. It was like comical, because I thought that I had the hair clips and I would do my hair in the like most wild ways. I had a full face of Mary Kay on, and I didn't know what I was doing. Clearly, I was in 2nd grade. How old are you in 2nd grade?
6.
yeah. So can you like
7? Yeah.
the technique and the skill are not there.
Yeah.
So it's like
Plus, you were using like Q-tips, not
oh
brushes.
yeah, no, you know those little like felt tip like that
Oh,
came with the like putting it on. I wore like high heels in 2nd grade.
Yeah.
My mom was like, where did I get this kid? And I mean, I thought I was hot stuff. Like for the life of me, I could not understand why Nick Crump didn't want to marry me.
Right.
Like, and I still know Nick Crump. You don't want to marry me?
You
Okay.
know that he felt a little something.
No, I was like,
But,
he
like,
was probably scared. He was like,
sparkly
"Dear?"
eyeshadow.
No, it was aggressive. And honestly, like my bless my mother's heart because she just let me be who I was. And that sounds like such a normal thing now because I feel like it's very widely accepted to let your children express themselves and wear clothes and hair color and all these things now. And that's amazing. But when I was in elementary school, that was not the case. Like I feel that if you didn't parent your kid one way, then there was a lot of judgment from other parents being like, that's not the way.
Right.
And so, I mean, I even remember like I was probably in 3rd or 4th grade and
Still wearing a full face?
Oh yeah, full face. And I mean, and there was like added accessories. Like I think
Yeah.
I was wearing like a bandana. I mean, like I had like really creative fashion choices.
Yeah.
And I remember going to parent teacher conference with my mom and the teacher was like, "Are you aware that your daughter's wearing makeup to school?" And my mom's like, yeah, I am aware. And it was this very like silent, hard judging tone. And so I just like, I didn't know it then, but like now I'm just so appreciative because my mom instilled this insane sense of confidence in me that like I said, I thought I was, I thought I was right on point. And so it allowed me to like, I just was so fiercely myself at a very young age. And that like involved all beauty. Like I loved beauty. And like, I remember like when I was in elementary school, I asked for like a mannequin for Christmas, like the heads with hair that you practice in hair school.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, that's weird. That's pretty weird. You're like 7. And she tracked one down and she got one for me. And that's like where it started. Like I just really loved makeup, hair, looking wild in myself and clothes and all the things. And so I was there. And then because I had that love young, I knew by the time I was like 13 or 14 that I wanted to go to hair school. And I'm so glad that I knew that so young because I was able to line up my credits in school to be able to do hair school during high school, my junior and senior year. And it just was like, I just wish almost everyone could. I mean, not everyone knows what they want to do that young, but I'm glad that I did because it just pushed me into this trajectory of like my career. Like it launched me early. Yeah. And so it was such a blessing. And so I went to hair school and it was kind of my first reality check of like hard work because I would go to school from like my core classes from 7 to 11. And then I would go to hair school from 2 to 10 because they didn't offer like, it was like a full program. I did it out. It wasn't like a tech center. It was like I went to Paul Mitchell.
Like, what is that called now? Work release?
Yes,
or
like
whatever?
a work. Yes,
Yeah.
It was like I had educational release, but then I was in a full program. So I mean, I was hustling from like 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And for like a little high schooler, like I had a social life I had to keep up with. I had grades, and so it was my first like this is hard work, and if you want it, you're gonna have to do it. Yeah. And so then when I graduated high school, I pretty much immediately graduated hair school. And that, like I said, I'm just glad that I knew that young because I had to plan for that. And so I started hair and hair, building a clientele-based business it's a slow ride. Like it's a slow start. And so it taught me a lot about patience and like holding out for the long haul of the benefit in the end. Yeah. Because I think like we live in a world now where there's so much quick money or can be quick money. And that is not a clientele-based business. Like you have to like work for years to get that end reward. Yeah. And so I did that. I built this hair career, and in the beginning, like it was also such a huge lesson because in the beginning, I just got people in my chair and I would like lie my little ass off until I was blue in the face being like, I can do that. You want that? I'd done that 10 times. I didn't even know the first freaking thing. And so I would like I'd be up on YouTube all night. I would like call friends that I would figure it out. And I feel like it was like a huge lesson, like looking back on like for the rest of my career, like learning how to just figure things out and kind of faking it till that's kind of the life mantra. Like I just fake it till I know what the crap I'm doing, fake it till I make it.
Yeah.
And so that was like just an amazing learning experience. And hair is hard. No one talks about how
On
hard
your body?
everything. Like I feel like people, because when I went to hair school, people are like, that's so cute. You do hair. That's so fun. Like what a cute mom job that is.
Right.
And I still feel like that's kind of the narrative, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know the difference. Like you know, Lacey, you know people that do hair, but like,
Yeah.
it is a hard job. It's hard on your body. It's hard on you emotionally. You have
You're
really
the therapist.
you have intimate relationships with these individuals and you care for them and you are multitasking all day. Like your brain's doing, it's just this really, so I'm just so glad I started with that career, like that path, because it just shaped me into so many different avenues that I do today, like whether that's in my personal life or in my professional life, because it's hard work.
How long did you do hair?
So I did hair full time for about 7 years.
Whoa.
And while I was doing that, like I said, it is a slow grow. So I was able to do eyelash extensions. I was in like the boom of eyelash extensions because that was it offset my income. So I could allow hair to grow and be flexible with it, but then still control my schedule with eyelashes. So I did like a little certification, and people were like knocking down my door because it was the thing in the like 2012, 2013.
Oh, believe me, I had the lashes.
I had them for like 8 years.
I had them. The maintenance.
Oh, I can't sit there.
No,
I can barely sit there for my nails.
No, the maintenance and then also I just started to feel like my it messes with your emotions, like
Yes.
your view of yourself.
No, it does, because that actually, like, side note, but that's actually why I ended up taking them off, because anytime like I had like 5 fall out, I was like, oh, I'm ugly.
Mhm.
And that goes against everything I believe. Like I'm a makeup artist and I love makeup and I think it's a beautiful expression of yourself, but I'm a really firm believer that you should feel beautiful without it anywhere, anytime, and you should never apologize for your natural beautiful face.
Yeah.
It was like going against my core value.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I got to get rid of these because I got to go back.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I see girls with them and I'm like, oh, but getting out of the shower
Oh yeah.
is the nicest feeling ever.
Like it's like a pull. Like because one of my best friends still has, like, she does like the pro lash or something now, like kind of the
stuff at home.
Yes, and I'm like, oh, you do look fabulous, and I look tired. I look tired today.
They just bing,
oh yeah, done.
brighten up your eyes. Yes.
Yeah. So I did that, and I
Okay.
had this kind of immediate clientele. I mean, not that I didn't work for it, but it was just like the thing at the time. But it really allowed me to grow my hair career, and it was a perfect yin and yang at the time.
Mhm.
So slowly tapered off lashes, grew hair. That was like a span of
Because
about.
lashes is really hard.
Oh,
on
dude,
your body.
it's like your neck's gonna fall. I'm not well, I don't think. Like I'm gonna get to 40 and they're gonna be like, this is your time, you've done it. You've worn yourself down too much.
I am 44 and it's not irreversible.
No, I hope so.
Yeah,
because
no,
I'm like, now I'm trying to like take care of myself better. But
Yeah.
no, I'm like, yeah. Like when I look back, like I did hair 6 days a week, full time, cranking it. And I'm like, I do hair for like 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, my back hurts. Like I don't have the stamina
Yeah.
that I once had.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like, I just don't think I'm,
Yeah, no,
I'm
it
not
is.
cut out for it anymore.
All of those beauty
Yeah,
things are hard on your body.
Yeah. So I did that. And I did hair full time for like 7 years, and it was amazing. And I had beautiful relationships with people. And that's my favorite thing just in life. I love my relationships just with family, friends, clients, everybody like that. So I really treasured that. And then my girlfriends kind of in the middle of that started getting married, and they were like, will you do my makeup? Do my makeup. Cause I did hair and makeup for my friends in high school dances. And, I was always kind of that girl. Right. And I'm like, no, it's your wedding day. You're going to look back and be like, I hate your guts. I looked freaking ugly. Screw you, Ashley, sayonara. Like I just could like picture it like all falling apart, because if you don't feel beautiful on your wedding day, like,
Yeah, you're
that's
screwed.
the end.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna hate every
You hate
picture.
the pictures.
Yes, and it's like such a moment, right? So, anyway, I got wrapped into it. They were like, "We'll do trial runs. We'll do trial runs." I'm like, "All right." I didn't know idea what I was. I mean, I knew what I was doing on my face, but that's not the same
Yeah.
as anybody else's face. So once again, I was in this situation where I'm like, I gotta fake this till I make it, because now I'm in it because, you know, after I started doing my friends, their cousins are calling me, their neighbors are calling me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like turning into a thing, and I didn't even realize.
Right.
And so, but I did enjoy it. I like the test. Like I do like the new thing, but it scared me because these are big. Bridal these are people's biggest days of their life, really.
Yeah.
So I was kind of tested again with that, like just the fear, but the drive override.
Overrode.
Override?
Overridden.
Overridden the fear. And so
Overrides.
And then all of a sudden I was, you know, doing more and more hair and makeup, like hair styling and makeup artistry. And that kind of built over, you know, I probably have done hair and makeup professionally now for about 6 or 7 years. So it's about half the time. They overlap a little bit. But my makeup career has been amazing. I have so many things unexpected. I didn't really have these goals in mind because it wasn't this thing I had dreamed of hair I had dreamed of since I was little. And I'd always loved makeup. It went together, but like I hadn't had these like this vision board of all these things I was going to do. And so everything that has happened in my makeup career has been very unexpected and so pleasant. And I've been able to work with incredible companies, corporate companies, and amazing people, and just experiences that I never expected to have. In 2021, I had 16 out-of-state weddings, and that sounds as painful as it is. However, it was this bucket list thing for me where I could not believe that somebody valued my work that much that they would essentially pay anything, triple the amount, to have me come out. Like it's such a moment where you're really grateful and proud of yourself. Like it's really like a cool thing. Yeah. It was a really cool thing. And now I'm in a different place. I've pulled back. I'm a mom and I have had a whole new shift, which is a whole different story. But I'm glad I did all that, all those years before, because I'll never regret like that grind because I'm so proud of that phase.
What year did you start Sly Beauty?
So then they literally like overlap in this thing. But so Sly Beauty Cosmetics, I started in January 2019. So I had just like cosmetic bags are just, good ones are few and far between. Obviously, I feel that way because I'm biased of my own. However, a lot of them, you're really nice, but a lot of them are quick use. They fall apart quickly. They're not quality. They don't clean out. It was just this list of things that I really wanted. I also was like storing my brushes here and my palettes there and my makeup. I mean, for just my head in my suitcase, I felt like I was packing a suitcase for like my head. Zach's like, you're high maintenance. I'm like, no, I'm not. I swear I'm not. Just
a little
bit. But I would, you know, set my sights on trying to find one. Couldn't find one. And then I'm like, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to make this bag. And so when I went to Zach, he's like, when is enough? Like, lady, you have done too many things. Like, calm down. And I'm like, no, I don't think I can. I don't think I can calm down. Like, I just had this, I wanted to do it. It was different than a client. I had built 3 different client-based career paths, and I wanted to do something different. E-commerce was something I had no knowledge in. I mean, I knew people that had boutiques and different things, but I didn't have any close mentors for like this type of thing, but I wanted to figure it out, and I really wanted this bag, and I had this vision, and it was a grind to get to the point where the bag was a physical reality, because it is unique on the interior, and trying to explain that to some manufacturer that's like, you're crazy, lady, this is not a thing. And I had to do a lot of trial and error, and you know, I mean, same path, right? It's like when you're creating something that's unique, it's a lot of trial and error. So we launched that, and so it's been 4 years, just over 4 years, and it's been really amazing. It's so like I said, it's so different. Like, client-based businesses are a slow rise and a consistent end, because you kind of have those relationships where it's kind of this residual, like once you get there, you've arrived in this residual thing, right? E-commerce, you can make $1 million the first day and then make no money the next day. Like it's a whole different emotional experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, holy hell. I had no idea. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is, it still tests me. Like it's different. Yeah. But it's good for me, I think. So now I'm here. and I'm a mom, and it's just a little, it's just a little bit different. My days look really different.
What do your days look like right now?
So before this, I mean, I would definitely say I'm like, I love to work, right? I love to be busy, and it's best for me and my mental health. But I have had to really learn how to slow and like be okay with more stillness in my life. And that's been I wouldn't say struggle in some way, like struggle maybe is the right word, but it's just been like so different than anything I've done for 13 years of my career. And so, I now, I have a lot more days at home, which I've never, I usually I'm uncomfortable at home usually, but I'm with my daughter and I'm like really trying to just like soak, like they just grow too fast. And people, I mean, that's a cliche statement. Everyone says it, but they really do. And it's like, I feel like I'm trying to take these screenshots, like these moments of my life, and I'm trying to just soak it in, and I'm grateful I'm doing that. And then I still do hair on Tuesdays because it's where I start. It's where the love of this started. And there's a part of me that like, I need to hold on to that core because I still love it. I really
Where
still
do. You do hair
in
now?
I have a salon in my basement.
Oh my
and I do
gosh.
my best friends, and I do my grandma. I get to see my grandmas every 4 weeks, and I get to do, yeah, it's like more of a, just a few people, you know, but it just keeps me grateful for like that beginning.
Yeah.
It's kind of a principle for me.
Yeah.
Also, if the world ended, guess what doesn't end?
Hair.
Amen. People will starve before they don't get their hair done.
I know. Lacey and I have actually talked about this. Like, people give up a lot before they give up their hair.
Well, and they will budget.
Yeah.
Like people that like don't have the funds like that for anything else will budget according to have hair.
Yeah.
And sure. I get it. It's a full-time accessory. Like I think you should. 100%. If it makes you feel like $1 million, do it, you know? Yeah. So, I do that Tuesdays, and then I'm in the office for Sly Beauty a couple days a week, but I've really taken a step back there. I have 3 amazing girls that are really good at their job, and everyone likes to run their e-commerce businesses differently, but I prefer to do the things I like and then let them do the rest. And I wasn't originally a good delegator. I was a control freak. I think all entrepreneurs are.
Yes.
But I am proud of myself because I can really say that and I trust them, right? That's like part of it, is that you trust your team to do what you feel like they can read your mind almost in senses. And so I trust them. And so now I'm able to just like rest easy. Like I get to go to the pool on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And I get to go to lunch with my sister-in-law, and I get to go thrift shopping. Like I get to just like do the thing. I feel like I've done the hard work to kind of rest easy a little bit.
I love it.
And it feels good.
I love it. So besides makeup, do you feel like you were entrepreneurial growing up?
Yes. I mean, like I said, I knew that this is what I wanted to do. I don't think I labeled it as entrepreneurship. Like, I don't think that that's how I saw it. However, my father is an incredible entrepreneur. So that had been modeled to me, and we were bred to be workers. So I don't know if we were bred to be entrepreneurs, but we were bred to be workers, hard workers. And I mean, I've worked since the day I turned 13. Like we were required to be in the office Monday, Wednesday, Friday after school for a couple hours, filing papers, cleaning, all the things, because he owns a construction business at the time, and he still does. Yeah. So I think there was a part of me, I was headed that direction, but I don't think I was, I didn't see it as that originally. And I wasn't necessarily looking to make the dollar. I just knew that I really had passion for the beauty industry, which ultimately ended up in entrepreneurship. And now, of course, I recognize that my traits are very entrepreneurial, but I didn't recognize that at a young age.
Yeah. I think when you grow up with someone modeling behavior, it's so much easier to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't know how to sew, but my mom sewed all the time. We weren't allowed to touch her machine.
Yeah. She's like, don't you dare.
Exactly. It's probably like your hair cutting scissors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm like trying to keep my kids not to cut their, like when your mom cuts hair, trying to keep your young kids from cutting their own hair is like a whole new.
Oh, is that really it?
I feel like it is, because you know how kids cut their hair? Like it's like an inherent weird thing that every child has to do. I'm not saying, maybe Hattie didn't do that.
Hair. No,
yes,
for sure. Yes.
I feel like it's a thing. But when I'm like trying to, I'm gonna have to like threaten my kids, be like, listen, only mommy touches those scissors. Like, because you're like showing them how to it might be a problem.
Yeah.
Nettie's gonna have, I promise you, I'm gonna come in here one day and she's gonna have like Betty Boop bangs off to the top of her head.
I can't wait. Go,
It's
Nettie.
gonna like a rite of passage.
Go. Well, I mean, if she's anything like you, she's gonna have her own idea about
She might even
beauty.
just like want them, and I'm gonna have to be like channel my mother.
Yes.
It's painful. I'm way more of my mom, low key, chill as a cucumber. I am not low key, not even kind of. I'm like a control freak. I'm like, you will wear that bow.
Well, when they don't have, I feel like though, once they become two, it's just like,
no,
fine.
Well, and you're tired, I'm sure. I'm tired. She has no opinions yet.
I'm tired. And then also, what I realized when my kids were really young is that they all go through phases. Like Gus would not leave the house unless he had a Super or Spider-Man costume on.
Oh, yeah.
For like 2 years, I had all these cute clothes, moccasins, and he wanted
to. Please.
I know. He only wanted to wear a Spider-Man outfit. So finally, I just bought like 4 of them.
You're like, well, okay. You're like, I'll hop on board.
Yeah.
Like, at least you got to get the good ones.
Yeah. Well, and even that, like, you had to wash them, you know?
Yeah. They're clothes.
I know.
Well, same as me. Like, I would wear dress. Like, when I was really little, like before school, I would wear dress ups all the time. I had an aunt that like clogged.
Yeah.
When clogging was maybe it's still a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe
So she had the big skirts.
Oh, yeah. I wore that like out and like to preschool.
Amazing.
And like, I was a dog. Like a real life dog for a long time.
Oh,
where
a
I
furry.
like wanted my before the furry, I was the OG furry. I literally would like. I mean, I was like, my mom's like, I will not put a collar on you. No thanks. I'm like, why not? I just want to be a dog.
But I think your mom had it right. Like, kids go through phases.
No, they do.
And if you don't make too big of a deal out of it, then they just like
also like
get out of
truly,
it.
it's part of who I am now. Like I see it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't let them, then they just. I don't think I would have been where I really don't think I would have been as heavily into my career as I am and have the passion for it if I wouldn't have had the chance to express it.
Yeah.
Like, and if I was just molded into what my mom had hoped for me.
Yeah, for sure.
And they never turn out what you like. They're their own people, right?
Own
like
people.
me and my siblings are also different.
Yeah.
So
yeah, kids come how they come.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. So I've always really admired your approach to problem solving.
Yeah.
And the way that it has informed the product that you have created. Where does that come from?
So for me, like I am like a very like thought through logical thinker, like just my thought process. And so when I wanted to do e-commerce, the product came from a need, but then when I was like, okay, am I going to do this? My thought was, the beauty industry is so heavily saturated. I mean, every industry is, but the beauty industry, like, I kind of feel that everything that has been invented as far as actual cosmetic product, it's been done. Now it's just different variants of those same products, right? Not to say that new things won't come, but that's kind of like how I feel, is that there's just a lot of product information out there, product knowledge. And so for me, like I knew if I was going to step into the space, I needed to feel that I was solving an issue and that it was going to be an innovative product, because I felt like I was going to slip through the cracks if not. Because and not to say like I couldn't have done the same thing better. Like I think there's room everywhere for improvement, but I did know that I needed to solve my own problem, right? So yeah, that's where the Everneat, it's our hero product. It's a cosmetic bag. It holds your palettes. It has a brush case, so your brushes are not damaged. It completely wipes out clean. It's beautiful. It's high quality. It's aesthetically pleasing. Those were all of my points that I was like, there's a way to do this all in one. And I was so sick of buying a new makeup bag every 3 months.
Yeah.
Because that's really like, you end up buying a Target canvas, like they're cute, but they don't last. And so I really wanted to solve that problem of like sustainability too. Like, let's buy something that's quality, that's going to last us, that's beautiful on our vanity. We use our makeup every morning.
Yeah.
Like it's an everyday use. And like, I'm like, how is there not a better system to this than like a junk drawer full of makeup or a bag that you're dumping out on your vanity? And then and makeup's gross. It's like no matter what you do, it's a hot mess.
Yeah.
Like foundations everywhere.
I don't really wear makeup.
But you have beautiful skin.
I spend a lot of money on my skin.
Well, you got me started on that too, because now I am too. So.
Oh, you going to Skin Boss?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh.
I'm obsessed. They are like, their customer service. Like, can we just take a minute? Like, Brittany texted me last night. Was like, how are you doing? How's your skin doing? I'm like, I feel that I love you. Like the fact that you would check in on, I feel like she's a friend. Like she's checking in on me.
It's high touch. It's very high touch. And
I
they just
appreciate it.
Lisa knows her shit, and the way she trains
Yeah.
her girls,
yeah.
like they all know their shit, and
Yes.
they carry the products that are gonna work.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, now I'm on. Yeah, here I'm on your board. Here I am.
what do you
on
do
your
there?
boat. Oh well, I just barely went for my first facial skin consult. Like
Okay.
a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Loaded me up. I left with a large bag of.
The big one.
Oh yeah. I was like, oh no. I was like, don't. She goes, the cute girl at the counter goes, do you want to know your total? I'm like, no, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am, I don't.
Mm-mm.
So just put it in the bag and sayonara.
Yep,
And I'm not going
yep.
to check my credit card statement.
Well, and actually what you can do is have a card on file.
I think that's where
Yeah.
I'm at.
So she'll be like, do you want me to run your card on
You want-
file? I'm
yes.
like, yes.
Yes. And yes.
Okay, so you
So-
have to do
Yeah, tell me.
well, they were doing it during the summer, and it's like a laser HIFU treatment where you just
Yeah.
do your eyes and your jaw,
Yes.
and then the laser just gets everything kind of clean.
I'm like here for it because I'm like I was like the person who like I had a tanning pass. Can you even?
You know what? I did too, though. That
But it was a
just,
thing. But I'm like
guess-
but it's so not a thing.
no, it's disgusting.
It really is. I also wasn't cute. Like the shade, like to be the color of dirt in the winter is it. No one else is that color.
We had this girl Kristen in like last week, and she had a tanning business when she went to BYU.
She did, yeah.
Yeah. And she would spray tan people, and she taught her husband how to spray tan.
Oh,
her.
I think that would be amazing.
And I'm like, so do you think I can teach my husband how to spray tan?
Chris,
me?
I love it. Chris is
she's
like,
like-
yeah, girl.
Well, he loves like drones and small
Yes,
parts.
I feel
and
like
he's
he could
very-
do that.
Yeah,
He's
and
like
yeah,
dexterity.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's very particular when he cooks. He's like a little bit of an
Yeah, he is a
artist.
cook. Well, and the knives. Like honestly, even like Zach with a knife, I'm like, you're gonna slice that little finger off of you.
He's
like
like
my Zach's-
Kendall.
No,
with the-
literally a couple months ago, he's like, hey, I made some Kraft mac and cheese all by myself. I'm like, dear freaking, I mean, the fact that that's my reality.
like the
What have you
microwave
been eating?
one or
No,
the,
like Kraft
on
mac
the
and cheese.
stove?
But like, Susan, there's butter and milk and water. Like
No,
I
I've-
literally
I've
was like
made it.
Zach Sylvester.
No, he needs to.
Oh my gosh,
Just
but
start
he's a
making-
child eater.
Oh,
Brown foods.
really? Beige foods.
Beige.
But
a
if he
problem.
doesn't eat all his meat, then his jaw won't grow nice and big when
Yeah,
he's
see,
older.
he's
he
a-
needs
he's-
to age well.
I don't know. He's
Come on,
really,
Zach.
really cute, but I mean, he better hope that just rides
your
on out.
shiz
Get your
together.
shit together, Zachary.
Yeah. Okay. So Skin Boss.
So sorry. Yes. I'm really excited.
she's amazing.
No, she's amazing, and I'm excited. I really am, and I've been wanting because I have to. I'm not like I'm a product junkie, right? I'm an easy sell, like for sure.
Yeah.
But
How old
I'm
are
a
you?
consumer. I'm 20. I'm 30. 30 this
That's
year.
when I
just
really
turned 30.
started focusing on my skincare.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm like, and I knew that's, I mean, after I was pregnant, I'm like, it's time, me time. I'm going to do this. This is where my investment's going to go. So I'm excited. She's going to set me up, and I'm just going to say yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've decided. I'm
Yeah.
going to budget and say yes.
Do you do your own dermaplane?
I used to. That's a horrible, I don't think I was using remotely the right tool. I mean, I was using like a tinkle razor. Like
I
it like scares
know.
me a little bit.
And it scratches your skin.
No, it's not good. But like those are totally the TikTok fads that get you when you're
I
like 25 and you don't
know,
want to.
I
Like when
know.
somebody says dermaplaning for $100-something bucks, you're like, oh, I want to go buy a sweater.
Yeah.
Free people.
So I actually was looking at my whiskers today.
Oh, I have, girl. I have black hair,
Well,
and this is
my bathroom. My mirror is behind me.
Oh,
Or sorry, my window.
your window. So you
behind
can't.
me.
Yeah. The
So when
glare.
I look in the mirror, I see this like fuzz, and I'm like, oh,
You're like, I gotta make it.
can't.
I know, but
I
that's why the tinkle razors are so like they pull you in because you're
I
just
know.
like a quick shave.
Yeah, and I feel like if you prep your skin, okay,
No.
you're
You're okay. It's not. I don't think it's like the worst thing you could be
No,
doing.
I know.
But I'm trying to follow the rules. Like if somebody says don't do that, I'm like, okay.
I know that's why she's the boss. of
No,
the
she is the
skin.
boss.
Yeah,
No, it's really.
my
I really
sister
am
and I
super
are
stoked
always
about
like,
it.
we'll go in each other's bathrooms and be like, is that Skin Boss approved?
Oh yeah, literally. No, I got rid of everything. I was like, load me up and
Yeah.
tell me what to do. And then they were so nice. They sent me like a little complimentary oil. I haven't like it just barely came.
Have you tried the oil yet?
No, it just came like last night. And so I gotta text Brittany and tell I'm like, where do I put this in my routine?
Okay, I will tell
Do
you
you
right
know?
now.
Tell me.
Well, at night I put it on at the end,
Okay.
and I just
Let it.
soak
Okay.
in.
Because my skin will drink it. Like
yeah.
it needs it.
So her oil actually, we're gonna tangent,
Yes.
is what is it called? Fermented.
Okay.
So most oil that you put on your skin is not fermented.
Okay.
So the molecules are too big to soak into your skin.
Isn't that fast? Like, isn't it amazing the stuff we buy that's like not even doing us a
Yeah.
damn thing?
Well, a lot of oils are antimicrobial. So
Yes.
so
Yeah, it's something.
It's getting rid of surface stuff, but her oil actually is fermented, and so it's going to soak
Like
into
it
your skin.
penetrates. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm like stoked about. I told her this after I listened to your podcast with her. I could feel her sense of honesty on your podcast. Like it was like that sounds kind of funny, but it was like this like I trusted her because I do feel like the beauty industry is not always an honest industry.
No.
Because I mean, unless you know your science, you can pretty much tell anybody anything and they're like, "Okay, yeah." And you can't prove it. You don't know.
No.
Like unless so I feel like when I was listening to her, I could sense like that she cared about what she was putting onto the market with her product, and that she was like such an honest person.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know her.
She is fiercely honest.
But I appreciate that because I'm the person, because I'm a product consumer.
Mhm.
I'm a consumer in general.
Yeah.
I would walk in there and I'm like, you could screw me. You really could. You could tell me to. I mean, you could screw me into like buying things I don't need. And I just appreciated that they were like, you need this and this is what's important. This you could have later if you wanted to, but it's like very like it was just a.
She's very much individual.
Experience.
Like what works for my skin is not going to be the same for you, and she's very good into that. Okay,
I
so
loved it.
for the
Sorry.
oil
Yes.
for the day,
Yes, tell me.
I mix it with a tinted moisturizer or a tinted sunscreen.
Yes.
Just a little tiny
She
bit.
actually gave me one by what's the
Jan Marini. That one's good. It's very good.
Yeah.
And
like
I
that one.
mix that, and then you just kind of have a glowy, sunscreeny look all day.
Which I'm very into.
That's what I'm wearing
into
right
the
now,
no. I
actually.
have like in the last. It depends on the day, but in the last few years, I definitely appreciate way less coverage because I mean, when you do makeup for a living, you're just kind of used to the coverage.
Yeah.
Like you get a little desensitized.
Yeah.
I love it. Just to and I'm a mom. I don't have time.
No. And your kids like are touching your face
well, I kiss
all
her.
day.
I kiss her all day, and then I'm like, oh shoot,
It's all over
cutie,
her
you got yourself
clothes.
some bronzer.
I know. Some bronzer. Okay, so problem solving.
Yes.
Love how you solve products. Okay, so what's the original one is called?
The original one's called the Everneed, and then we
Everneed.
have the aerosol case, which is my other like front runner like solution product. Which
I love it.
the aerosol case, it fits a full standard size hairspray, which no Ziploc bag does. So you know how like you double end Ziploc bag, your product to try to keep all the fluid in, because you're scared that it's going to implode in your suitcase.
Yes.
So I knew I wanted to make something so that solved that issue. It'd been an issue for mine for years, like that I couldn't. I mean, I need a lot of hairspray. I like hairspray.
Yeah, you've got a lot of hair.
I can't go on a week-long vacation without hair. Like those little travel, I'm like, oh, we'll use that in an afternoon, sis.
Yes.
So it fits up to 7 standard size aerosols in it.
Yeah.
And you can, I mean, I use it like, I use it for so much more than that. That was the original intention. But you throw it in your suitcase and you don't ever have to worry.
Great for self-tanner.
It is great for self-tanner because self-tanner is disgusting and gets everywhere. Like if you touch it,
everywhere,
you're screwed. And the nice thing, well, and I can't even tell you how many people I've gotten videos and photos of like this imploded in my suitcase, self-tanner. It saved me. Cause like you'll ruin an entire suitcase of great, beautiful clothing with one self-tanner, one bottle of lotion, one shampoo.
And if you put your self-tanner in with your other cosmetics, it's like
it's all over.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting.
And then you touch your face and you've got a fingerprint on your forehead.
Yes.
Like it's a real thing.
It lasts forever. It's great for self-tanner. And then I also love the Zip one.
Oh, the Horizon Duo.
The Horizon
Yes, you
Duo.
do. You have the yellow. My mom's yellow.
Yes, I got the yellow.
You
I actually gave it
did.
to my mom for her
I love that.
for Mother's Day one year.
Well, because it was our Mother's Day bag. We do a Mother's
so
Day
I gave it to my mom
thing every year.
I love the
my
cream
mom.
one.
Yeah,
the cream one is
yummy.
so good.
That's becoming a staple color, like in all of our products. We're bringing
it's
it
so
out in
good.
fall. It's just all the time.
You know what? I don't. So this is why I love your stuff, is because so many people are like check bag junkies. Like, I'm going to check a bag. Or
Right.
sorry, I'm going to carry on a bag.
Yes.
And I will never be that girl.
No, I also don't want to care. I've had to like with traveling for weddings, I had to kind of do that. I hate it. Like I just want to take what I need to be prepared and have a great week.
Yeah, no, and I am going to take full-size skincare.
No, so do I. Oh, yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about them taking it from me. Like I guarantee you, I'm always the person where I'm like, that really is 3.7 ounces. Oh, shit.
Right.
All right.
I
Well,
did
then
hear that they just took that away.
I hope so, because I am the person, no matter what, without fail, no matter how many times I check, I end up with the toothpaste in my bag, or like it's like I can't freaking read or like see.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm like, they scan my bag. I'm like, that's me. Hello, hi. I'm like, no matter what, it's so.
That's like my husband because he has so many drone parts.
They're like, what are you bringing into this,
Yes.
buddy?
What is all of this?
Yeah.
We got totally taken for a ride in Mexico because they were like, "Oh, you can only bring one drone in," so we had to pay like $700.
Oh my gosh. Well, then, you know when they're like, do you want to go check this in your bag? I'm like, no, sir. I'll eat the.
Yeah,
no. I'm like,
no.
I'm sad that you're taking my $300 moisturizer, but like, no. I hate when they even ask you. You're like, am I going to really say yes and miss my flight? No.
That I am a rational person. I
Oh.
love to give people the benefit of the doubt, but TSA does something to me.
It makes me angry. I am not nice at the, okay, no, it's not that I'm not, okay. I'm nice to all those at the airport. I really am a pleasant person. Inside, I am angry.
I don't know what it is about TSA that I just,
They're at our grill.
I just get so angry. One time, my daughter had like packed a toothpaste and we were running late for a flight.
Yes.
And this whole thing.
You're like, lay off. I'm like,
and I was like, finally when we left, I'm like, I hope your mother's proud that you became a man that takes toothpaste away from 8-year-olds. And usually when I like lash out, I feel so much shame after. I still feel proud.
You're like,
that
listen,
moment.
I hope you. Yeah, it was like one of those mean girl moments that you're like, you deserve. That.
Yes, not so.
Don't
mean
take
girl,
my toothpaste.
Well, take it, but just like don't make us feel bad about it.
Yeah, no, they do. They look at you like, how dare you? I'm like, sorry, I was trying to clean my teeth, bud.
Right.
Like, you should be glad that I came prepared to clean my teeth.
Oh, I know what it was. Hattie had screwed off the top.
Oh.
And put saran wrap around the toothpaste and then screwed the top back on. So, to be fair.
Yeah. Looked a little suspect.
It looked very suspect.
I love that.
Okay, what is the scrappiest thing you've done?
Okay, like, I mean, if I'm really thinking about it, I feel like my entire career has been
super scrappy.
Very scrappy, which I'm sure everyone says that, but like I feel like it's been full of like very like aggressive determination to like get it done and figure it out, like I was saying. Just figure things out.
Yeah.
So I really feel that I've hit that scrappy moment at so many different points where I've had to like start over, do something new, get scrappy again, like do that, right? And so I feel like that's like really been almost like
the whole thing.
But if I'm like thinking of like something like I've always been a hard worker for $1. So I remember when Zach and I just first got married. Okay, you know when you go to Neater's and there's the pre-made basket, the pre-made holiday baskets.
Yeah.
And you can buy them.
Yeah.
They come in different sizes and they're very cute. One year I somehow got approached by somebody that knew somebody that was like, hey, do you want to make those pre-made baskets from like 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday through Friday for a couple weeks and make a few bones? I'm like, yeah, I do. I ended up making like $800 in 2 weeks. I was thrilled. Now I'm like, yeah, no, I'll just won't eat for this month and call it good. Like, oh my gosh, Ash. But I am like so proud that I was like, yeah, I'll do whatever I got to do. Cause I'm like, I needed those funds to be able to do different other things in my career. And I was like, I'll make baskets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not above any job. I will say that. Like,
you know what? I'm not either.
I always tell Zach, I'm like, if I lost my job today, dude, I'd go drive for Amazon about 10 seconds. I would bake. I'm a horrible baker. I'd bake some goods.
I'd be so far deep in the gig economy, you couldn't find me. No, I same thing. If I lost everything, I'm like, I've done it all.
You can do it again.
I can do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my dad. My dad's very much that way. He's had different times where I'm like, my dad's one of those people that I often think, I'm like, if you took all my dad's success and money, he'd like rebuild it in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like there are people like that.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm that way. I hope I'm learning. I'm learning to be that way because I do feel like, yeah, if you've been scrappy over the years, like you've learned how to just like almost not take no for an answer.
Yeah.
And just like be scared and just like write it.
Yeah. And get it done.
Yeah.
I love it. Any mantras besides your one you already said?
Yes. No, this isn't a business mantra. This is a life mantra. My mom was, I mean, obviously, I think that most people feel really, really in love with their mother. Like their mom my mom is just such a incredible human being. She was so impactful. But my mom really, her entire life was dedicated to love and service, truly, like from the get-go. And so my mom's saying, our family mantra is, no matter what challenge or trial you're going through, look outside yourself and find someone to serve. And it's on her headstone. It's the only thing that's on her headstone. And it really is like the mantra of our life, because it's the only thing that got me through my mom's passing. It's the only thing that's gotten me through anything hard I've ever done, is that like when you are so in the depths of your own sorrow and that pain cannot be lifted because it's just too much, like the only thing that lifts that for me is to serve somebody. And it's changed my life. It's changed my life. So it's a life mantra, and I will love it forever. And I hope that I can just my whole family can continue that with with generations of my mom and our family.
I love that. I really believe that your highest use of your gifts and talents that you've been given is to use them to help other people.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And I think,
and nothing develops them like helping other people.
No. And also nothing makes you feel better about yourself than like seeing what good you can, like I feel like it feeds my own, like appreciation for myself, which I think everyone should have that. Like it's not to be conceited. It's more just like when you're down on yourself, when you're having a hard time, when you're feeling that you're not up to par and you're feeling maybe some like worthless, or you're like all, just the heavy days. I'm like, when you're serving someone, you're like, oh, I am useful and people need me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like it like really feeds that, the things you like, the good parts of yourself that you really need in order to get through life, because life is hard.
Life is hard.
Life is hard.
Okay. What is one lesson you learned early on in your career that is still true today?
Oh, so, okay. The first thing that comes to mind is when I started Slight Beauty, I decided I was going to do this launch party, and I spent good money on this launch party. Like it was not a small investment for me at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm not an influencer. Like I have this little I don't have an influencer following. I have a clientele following that people, that past clients, people that really love, my work. It's a different kind of following. So I don't have an influencer following. I don't have, that's not the world I live in. And so it was kind of like ballsy of me at the time to be like, I'm going to throw this event and hope people show up, because I'm like, who am I? Like at the time it was not like I was not relevant. So I sent this invite out to like every Utah influencer that I could think of. They had no idea who I was. And guess who showed up?
All of them.
Pretty much. They had no idea who I was. They didn't know what Slight Beauty was. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know and because I still remember this day, Ginger Parrish walks in the door, and I was like I'm like Gigi Pip. Like I was like such a cool girl boss, like, company at the time, where I was just like, so cool to see her doing that, like a unique company. And she like walked in, and I still have not seen her since then. She was like, hi, like I'm Ginger, and I'm so proud of you, and this is really cool of you, and I'm really grateful that you're giving me this bag. And I was like, I mean like emotional, like that all these Utah people that there was no gain on their end to come.
Yeah.
To my
We have such
event.
a supportive community here.
Yeah.
It really is.
And so the lesson that I learned from that was that like people will, if you ask, people will show up for you. I really believe that. They'll do their best anyway.
Yeah.
And I still feel like that's true. Like if I really need help, I have a list of people that I could call on, and they show up for me. And I feel like that's really cool, because I don't feel like, maybe not everywhere is there that kind of like rally for each other's businesses amongst women.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's still very true.
I love it. Okay, we're going to do some, what is some advice you would give young Ash or someone just starting out?
I mean, I would just tell young Ash, like, you're doing a damn good job. Like, I feel that, I think as entrepreneurs, we have lots of similar characteristic traits. And one of those is that we are hard on ourselves. And I think we forget where we've been and what we've done up to this point to get here, because we're all very future, like tomorrow based. Like, what are the sales tomorrow? What are the goals tomorrow? What are, like, it's forward. We're moving
Mhm.
forward. And so I think for me, like I forget where I've been and all the accomplishments I've had up to this point until I sit back and think about it. And I'm like, damn, you've done a really good job, girl.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would tell somebody that. I'm like, don't be so hard on yourself. Also, like, don't be so quick to think that you have to like be this. Like you don't have to grow. Like you just do your thing at your pace and it will be good,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Don't compare to other people.
Because it's
for
hard.
sure. Yeah.
I think it's
so
hard.
Okay. Rapid fire.
Let's do it.
But sometimes they're not rapid.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
We're not sure.
Favorite food.
Italian pasta, bread, carbs.
I have a friend who always says nothing hugs you quite like a carb.
Oh my hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like I literally like happy girl with a pasta bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm a food girl. Like I'm not here to hide it. Like I love good food.
So do I.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you're married to good food.
Yeah, he's really good, and he won't just make some. It's got to be like
It's gotta
excellent.
be good.
Good.
Yeah, I love it.
What is your favorite makeup technique right now?
Personally, I love like a cream bronzer right now. It's quick, it's easy, it gives you a glow. I feel like when you get the hang of it, it's fast to blend out. It doesn't.
Where do you have it on your face?
I do it in my cheekbones, forehead, and then a little on my jawline. It's the 3.
Okay. I don't know how to do my makeup.
You're
You're gonna have to teach me
a little lesson.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's like, but it's quick. Like it's like a bronzing stick, and so you just like swipe, and then I just like blend it out really fast, and it's done.
Okay.
Like I don't feel like I have to do much else to give myself a little bronze.
A little color.
Yes.
What's your favorite product right now?
That product is my personal favorite. It's the Milk bronzing stick. But then like for clients, I have like a top 3. Like look, rapid fire.
Okay,
here.
let's go.
Rapid fire. I love the NARS Radiant Foundation. It's perfect for combination skin for all different types. It has great coverage, but it's buildable, so it can be light or heavy. Fantastic. I love the Rare Beauty blush. Everybody does. It's like the hot craze right now. Yes, hot craze. It really is great. It really is.
Does it blend good?
It does
have
blend
good,
well.
like,
I do like to
formula?
put a powder over it. I am a powder finish girl. Not everybody is. I think especially for event, like you need it to like lock in tight for the day, the evening. I am a powder finish girl, but I do love the colors that they have, and I do love the softness that it gives initially, and then I'll just like finish it with a little powder blush.
Okay.
Yeah. So I love those. Total craze, but it's good. And then I am like just a hoe for a good Fenty Beauty lip gloss. Like they are creme de la creme. Like they are not sticky, because I don't love a lip
sticky.
gloss. I'm not really a lip gloss lover.
Okay.
Because they're sticky and gross, and they make like, but they're not sticky. They give your lips this beautiful sheen, and they don't give you like the weird ring, like lip ring, gross buildup situation. They're yummy. They're good.
Okay.
So top 3.
Fenty, both
Fenty,
Rihanna
Rihanna.
and Selena made that list.
Selena, I love Rihanna. I swear, you guys.
Did you like the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
She was so good.
She's just hot.
Yeah, and the fact that she was pregnant.
Dude, I have a hard girl crush on her. Like she literally is
Okay,
just like
try this.
mega
I get it
fierce.
from Lisa.
Okay, it's so great. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
just give me all the things.
People always say like, "Oh, the Road one's so good." This is it. This
I'm
is
here for
like
it.
I have this in every pocket, every
I
purse.
should get this though, because I've been using the Laneige for years, just because it's like it's not bad.
I think
it's
this
good.
one's better.
I like that consistent, and that's what I'm saying.
And I feel like speaking of buildable, like
I like the scent.
the scent is good. It's
nice.
fresh.
It's fresh,
and it's not sticky at all.
also it's not like a fake scent.
Mm-mm.
Like it doesn't taste like
and it soaks in, so it's not like those other ones where they sit on top of your like.
Yeah, it
I
feels
hate
nice.
the Dior lip oil.
Yeah, I feel like it bleeds into my my smile lines, like my lip lines.
Also, I feel like by
Bleeds.
the end of the day, my lips are not hydrated.
No.
at all.
It's actually funny, because I think there's a lot of products out there that are actually not hydrating, that look hydrating initially, but they're not. Like you could put it on 100 times a day, and you're like, shit, my lips are dry.
No, by
as
the end
hell.
of the day, I feel like chapped.
Yes. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
And that's my thing too. Is I'm like, I need like I'm also not a girly who like checks my face every 10 minutes. Like I literally like I'll walk in the door and be like, oh, how long have I looked that way? Like I just don't. So I need something on my lip that's like long lasting, that I can
Yeah.
like I don't got to check it all the time,
Yeah, totally.
you know?
Do you have any favorite drugstore? Are you
Yeah, I
drugstore?
do. No, I do. I think I love L'Oreal. So get this. If this is still true. L'Oreal is an umbrella company of a lot of companies. So like Giorgio Armani and L'Oreal are hypothetically made in the same factory. Like a lot of these companies are obviously sister companies of one another. A lot of them are owned by Estee Lauder and different things like that.
Cody. Yeah.
Yes. And so a lot of these drugstore products are really like they've stepped up their game because I feel like they're very similar formulations at an accessible price. And it really is just marketing.
What about the Charlotte Tilbury stuff? Where do we get that?
I like some of her like
Is it overhyped?
I think it's super overhyped. I think it's beautiful. Beautiful packaging. Here, sucker for a good, beautiful thing. But I do feel like anything I try from her, it's not bad, but it's not like life-changing. Like there's drugstore products that I love far more than a lot of high-end stuff. Like I don't think NARS is overhyped. I do love a lot of NARS products. I love L'Oreal products. I love Morphe. Morphe's technically considered a drugstore price point. They've got a lot of I love like their eyeshadow palettes. They're $35. You get a ton of shades. They blend well. It's a good starter for a lot of people that are just kind of getting into it. And I love Milani. They have a couple. Their blushes are nice. Their lipsticks are great. I love Elf. Some of the Elf products are great. They have a brow gel they just came out with that is bomb.com.
You know what I started putting on my brows?
What?
I didn't do it today.
You have great brows.
Thank you. Every girl who works on brows is always like, give me those brows.
No, I know, because it's like you're either born with it or you're not.
Have you seen the oh my gosh, why is my brain? Abby, we've been doing
got
too
to
many.
be glued.
No. No.
I see that all the time.
What's the
TikTok
lotion
cray.
everyone uses as lip gloss?
Oh.
The thick stuff. What? Aquaphor.
Yes.
Have you seen the Aquaphor stick?
Yes.
I do that on my
Cute.
brows.
Oh,
Yes,
I should try
because I have very sensitive skin. So
Yes,
I was
yeah.
using Got to Be Glued, but then I'd like break out underneath my eye.
and it's hard to get off. Like
Yeah.
it takes a sec to like work. I mean, it's good for a lot of things. It'll get it done.
Yeah.
But it's hard on your skin.
Plus, sometimes it dries weird.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the Aquaphor, they stay all day, and I have like Riley, like they like to move around.
Yeah.
But
Because you have like great, fabulous brows.
Thank
But that
you.
could be.
no,
They could get wild on ya.
It's got my own challenges.
Excuse me. It's just
But
really
the
difficult to be
Aquaphor
such a good
stick,
brow girly.
which if you ever see it at Target, it will
Yeah.
be gone the next time you're there.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna
grab
have
it.
to try it. I really am. That sounds.
But I use
love
it for everything, honestly.
You know, it's so bad. I'm not on TikTok, so I like miss out on a lot of these like TikTok
You're not
crazes.
on TikTok?
I here and there, but you know what? I'm not. Like I'll get on it, but I'm not like redrawn to it very well.
It's probably going away, so you're probably fine.
But I'm like I miss some of the trendies. So
You know what though? The trendies, I was actually, we were talking about this in a previous podcast.
Yeah.
There's not one thing that I bought from TikTok where I'm like, oh my gosh, this changed my life.
No, and to be honest, I'm not a trend lover. I just like to be in the know of why people and when, or like why and when people are using the trends. Because I'm very like, when I find a product that I love, I think people are surprised. Like, I do love product, but like my makeup routines for my clients, I have ride or dies that I've used for years, and people are like, well, are you always trying the new latest thing? And I'm like, I am if it's great, and I've really done my research on product knowledge. Like, I don't just buy things just to buy stuff, like, or put them on my client's face. Like, I gotta know it works. Like, these are people that are paying good money to look bomb. So, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not a huge trend gal.
Yeah. Love it. Favorite moment since you've become a mom?
Oh. It's all so good. Zach and I waited. I mean, Zach and I have been married almost 10 years. So like we've been married a long time, and we waited a long time to have Nettie, and it was a struggle to get her here. And so I feel that because of that, I feel like everything's like hyper, just every moment feels big. Not to say every other parent doesn't feel that way. I just feel that it's like so impactful. And so I just am so enjoying every moment with her, but like something specific like that comes to mind. So my husband, so she's a clone of my husband. Like you would die. It makes me laugh. Like she came out and I'm like, okay, that's how you do me dirty. Okay. Okay.
Isn't it wild?
But no, in all seriousness, I actually love it because my husband is darling. He is like a very handsome, cutest baby you've ever seen in your life. So she looks just like him. And one of the first things you'll ever notice about my husband is my husband has this unbelievable amazing giant smile. Like his mouth is huge. And it's like, and it like lights up the room. It's the best. And my daughter has it.
Oh.
And she, like, Zach and I were like sitting back the other day. We were at a family party and she was just kind of getting passed around. And we just like sat back and like, there's nothing more special than watching your child bring happiness to other people.
Mm.
And like, she's just smiling and she's happy. And I'm just watching these people like have such joy in her. And like, it's just like you're like so proud of your little yourself. You're just your little family.
It's so beautiful.
So I've loved it.
Any good books or movies?
Oh, I'm not a reader.
Do you watch any movies?
Oh, yeah.
Or shows?
No, I love a movie.
What have you been
But like
watching?
straight up, I don't read books. I hate it. I don't have the attention span for it.
Do you listen?
No, I should. Here's the problem. I just need to download and do it because I love a podcast, but I think podcasts feel like easy to me just to like, I know how the app works. I'm like, I have a list.
Audible.
I know I'm the worst. I just got to do it. Why does it feel like the biggest task of my life? I can do a lot of other big things. I can't freaking download Audible to save my damn life.
You can do it. You can do it.
Thanks.
You can do it.
I'm gonna
you can do
check
hard
in.
things.
You check in with me. Make sure I'm okay
sure.
and I got my Audible good.
I'm gonna do it.
No, but I love a good movie. I do love movies. I love shows. I'm kind of like a YouTube movie show kind of gal when I get ready.
Okay. What
Kind
have
of
you been
gal.
watching lately?
Let's see, what is my latest? Like, I've kind of been like catching up on like little second seasons of things. So
Like what?
Dead to Me.
Was it good?
Ginny and Georgia. Yeah, no, it's good. They're cute. Like, and they're kind of like, I don't have to like be fully invested. Oh my gosh, have you seen Sex Life of College Girls?
I watched a few of them.
It's so cute.
And I
You couldn't get into it?
No.
Oh, I like it because it's light humor. Like it's kind of this like cute. It's like a cute light humor kind of show, and I feel like I can just watch it and it makes me laugh, and I don't have to be like zoned in.
Yeah.
Where like some shows, I'm like, oh, I gotta.
Yeah. You can't miss anything.
I gotta like commit. You know.
Okay. I'll give it another try.
It's cute. I mean, not everyone's vibe, but it's cute.
Are you early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
I know this about you.
I know.
You love it.
I do.
You love a routine.
I love a routine. I do best. And like because my pregnancy was rough and I couldn't have a routine. It was taken from, my routine was stripped from me.
Stripped?
Rude. She almost killed me. And I am just like, oh, I feel like me again. Now that I've been able to like step back into like a routine. And not that I'm so structured that I won't break it. I'll totally break it. But I'm like, if it's my day, I do like my system. And freaking hell, I'm tired by like 9 o'clock. I'm like, especially when it gets dark out early, I'm like, sayonara. I am out, man. Like, I gotta go Baba Binky Nanite.
Baba Binky Nanite. Exactly. Okay, final question.
Yes.
What legacy are you trying to build?
I go back to more of like a lifestyle legacy on that versus a business legacy. And I'm going to go back to my mom because it's very impactful for me. But my mom, like, legacy is a big word. Like, anytime you ask that, I'm like, what are people going to say? Because like, that really is like this, like, I always am like, what would I say? Because that feels like a very big word. And my mom, like because my mom had cancer. My mom had cancer. And so we had time to have lots of different conversations. That actually is the one thing about cancer that I'm really grateful for, is it allowed me so much time to just process things and have really special conversations with my mom. And my mom's legacy, like, is so beautiful. And when, like, her funeral this sounds really weird, but it was one of the best days of my entire life because I was able to celebrate her in a way that I could have never imagined. And when I tell you, like, my mom was a quiet soul, like, very, like, just soft-spoken, sweet, tender, like, you could put her in your pocket. She was so damn cute. And she had 1,200 people show up to her funeral. And it was, like, really unbelievable to see the impact, the quiet impact that she had on, I mean, I couldn't even, like, people I didn't even know. That, like, there was this woman that came up to me that was like, your mom came and saw me every Thursday at 2. And I'm like, what? Like, I feel like I know my mom's schedule. What are you talking about? She's like, yeah, she would just drop by and bring me, like, a loaf of bread. And she just, like, was, like, my best friend. And I'm like, like just really cool, like really amazing things. And so my mom left this legacy of like love and service and kindness and like quiet excellence. And I just pray that I could have a fraction of that when I die. Like I hope that
so beautiful.
I just hope that people can look back and be like, yeah, like she really cared about her people and she tried her damn best to do good. And to, you know, like just like I hope to have that same experience where people come to my funeral and they're like, what a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Not a sad day, like a really beautiful, like a celebration of somebody's life and like the good that they brought to the world. So
wow.
heavy but good. Like, but that's
I
true.
love
I think
it.
about it, but it's a heavy question. It's a big one.
It's a big one. And
It
you got a
is.
big answer for me.
Well,
You
there we go.
always come through.
Boom, boom. Amen.
Thanks, Ash.
Yeah, well,
thanks
thank
for
you.
coming
No,
on.
thanks
This
for
is
having
so
me.
good.
I haven't seen you for a long time,
I
and I
know.
miss you. And
I miss you too.
we could do this for fun.
Yeah.
Just this a girls' night.
And coming again. Yeah.
Podcast girls' night.
Yeah. Podcast girlies.